Hello again my friends. Last year at E3 2013, Bungie revealed its first ever Destiny gameplay demo, a 12-minute exploration of old Russia culminating in a public event in which 7 Guardians took on a Devil Walker. It was our first real glimpse of what Bungie had been developing for the past 5 years, and here we are a year later on the precipice of another E3, only this time things are different. This time Bungie's handing over the controllers to the public. Those attending this year's E3 will experience actual hands-on time with Destiny's competitive multiplayer. Bungie will also announce the exact date of Destiny's beta. In short, E3 2014 is a date you need to mark on your calendar. In the meantime, let's delve into Bungie's mail sack. That's right my friends, it's time once again to talk about Destiny. Bungie's latest weekly update includes this delightful screenshot of a helmetless female titan sitting on the grass in the last safe city on Earth. Now this single image conveys a hell of a lot of information. Firstly, it confirms that sitting is a gesture that's made it into the final build of the game. Now gestures are mapped to the controller's D-pad. So far we've seen saluting, pointing, waving and dancing, and we've even seen Guardians gesture while riding a sparrow. Now, this image also confirms that Guardians can remove their helmets within the last safe city, allowing gamers to show off their race and facial customization. The Titan in this screenshot appears to be a human female. We've also seen what an awoken female looks like, but race isn't the only aspect of your Guardian's appearance that you can customize. Now, if we have a look at this screenshot taken from Bungie's studio tour, we see that gamers can also customize their Guardian's face, hair and marking. Now, I'm guessing that marking is simply another word for tattoo. In a previous mail sack, Deej posted this image of himself as an exo. As you can see, the word Deej is actually printed on his face. Now, whether or not gamers will have the option to actually mark their exos with words remains to be seen. Now, before we move on, I'd like to talk a little bit more about this screenshot. Bungie has described the last safe city on Earth as a shining beacon of hope for humanity, and it's not hard to see why. The city is a safe haven, a place where Guardians can down weapons and mingle with fellow players without the threat of ambush from hostile forces. You can plan tactics with your fire team before heading off to explore the solar system. You can also purchase items from vendors, visit the enigmatic Cryptarch and pay him to decode mysterious quest items, or simply sit on the grass and soak in the atmosphere, just like this Titan is doing. The city is humanity's last home and last hope. Expect to see more at E3. Now, my good pal Destiny Overwatch designed a high-res version of the red banner seen hanging in this image. As you can see, all 3 Guardian classes are represented: Hunter, Warlock and Titan. We've also seen individual class banners hanging inside the tower of the last safe city. This banner represents the Titan. This is the Hunter's banner, and this is the Warlock's banner. Each Guardian class has their own distinct emblem which can be arranged to form other patterns, but as you can see, no matter how these shapes are organised, they can still be clearly identified as either Titan, Hunter or Warlock. And Bungie has also revealed that there will be class-specific areas within the last safe city, so if you're a hunter for example, and you want to compare your cloak with other hunters, you can do exactly that. Now let's move on to the mail sack. The first question is from Elstrix, who asks, what in-game devices will there be for clans? Deej responds by posting this image, which appears to show how your fire team info will be displayed. We see Deej's gamer tag at the top. Below that is his clan name, TTL Gunslinger. TTL stands for Ty the Leader, just in case you were curious. There's a decorative symbol on the left, and we also see that Deej is the leader of this particular fire team. The numbers on the right remain a mystery, but I'm guessing that 8 is his Guardian's level, and 310 is the amount of glimmer has accumulated, but like I said, this is speculation on my behalf. Now, while we're on the subject of clans, I've recently formed a group on Bungie called the Beautiful Bastards. I'll be using this group to arrange community playdates with you guys during the beta and after the game officially launches. I've left a link to this in the description box below, so feel free to join. Now, incredibly, within an hour of me tweeting a link to this group, over 450 of you guys joined, making it the most popular group of the month. Holy shit! The combined might of you beautiful bastards is truly terrifying. We'll talk more about this group at the end of the video. The next question is from C4 Spammer, who asks, can the Destiny beta work on more than one account if the accounts are on the same console? Please answer, I need to know before it's too late. And here's how Bungie responds. 1 beta code, 1 Guardian, there can only be 1. The next question is from EXP Bounty Hunter, who asks, who from the community will be helping out at the booth? And here's how Deej responds, they will reveal themselves soon. There are 6 of them, a combat fire team in their own right. Now, 5 brave Guardians have already revealed themselves. Those Guardians are Alan from More Console, and by all accounts, he's a bit of an idiot. Datto from Datto Does Destiny, Mark from Guardian Radio, Duncan from Destiny.Bungie.org, and Dan from Ready Up Live. The sixth Guardian is proving rather elusive, but I'm sure they'll reveal themselves when the time is right. Now, just in case you were curious, hosting the booth involves helping people who've come to play Destiny's competitive multiplayer, answering any questions they may have, that kind of thing. Now, this photo shows the huge number of PS4s being set up for Bungie's E3 booth. As Deej explains in the weekly update, Bungie has set up a replica booth at their studio in preparation for the real thing. Their goal? To teach all those who attend how to be a Guardian over the course of 20 minutes. The next question is from Chicken Lord 1980, who asks, are there going to be any moments in Destiny where my Guardian will ever feel alone? And here's how Bungie responds. If that is your destiny, everything you do in Destiny will be set in this living social world. We have, however, created spaces where you'll be able to experience your adventure all by yourself. The next question is from Nimpire, who asks, at E3, can we see an in-game area other than Old Russia? And here's how Deej responds. Yes, I've seen an early cut of the media. Even not in their final form, these explosive tours of our solar system have stirred my inner fanboy. Now for me, this is the most exciting response in the mail sack. We finally get to see some other areas of the solar system. I'm hoping Bungie shows us what's lurking in the lush jungles of Venus, or perhaps some of the moon's abandoned installations. The next question is from Outhouse, who asks, are there any limitations to how often we can run a strike? And here's how Deej responds. The only limitation is you. How quickly do you think you can infiltrate an enemy stronghold and kill the boss that defends the rewards that you so richly deserve?
The layer is up ahead, under that colony ship. Just on the other side of all those devils.
The next question is from Osiris Vex, who asks, if the community feels like something should be changed or added, will Bungie give us what we want? And here's how Deej responds. That's an interesting question. It's very rare that our beloved community agrees unanimously about anything. This we know because we listen, we study and we watch. Bungie has always learned about our games from you. Some of our more interesting innovations have been sparked by your more interesting interactions. Now, if you come to us and demand that your favourite weapon gets buffed so that you can win more games, we'll smile and nod and remind you that we love you. However, if you surprise us with some hilarious or fascinating way in which you share the world we're turning over to your control, some new magic might just happen. This is how things have always been between you and us. The next question is from Outhouse, who asks, will there be a way to break down items that we don't want once we get to higher levels? And here's how Deej responds. Yes, some guns will even beg you to let them cannibalize other guns in your inventory. Some guns can be very persuasive and jealous. And just to emphasize this point, Bungie also tweeted this. Not getting results from your current weapon? Break it down and use its parts to upgrade a better weapon. The next question is from Hylaboss, who asks, what is the functionality of a fusion rifle exactly? Is it a strictly close range weapon, or does it have some range to it? And here's how Deej responds. The function of the fusion rifle is to make your opponents dead. That's how I relate to it, at least. When I need a more detailed analysis on how an implement of destruction does its job, I go to Josh Hamrick, one of the resident gunsmiths in our tower. Here's what he had to say about the fusion rifle. The fusion rifle is an energy-based weapon that must be charged up to fire. The charge speed varies per weapon, but in general it makes the weapon significantly slower to fire than a shotgun. If the user is adept, he can bypass this delay by pre-charging the weapon before acquiring line of sight to his target. In terms of range, the fusion rifle is intended for medium range combat, significantly outpacing a standard shotgun. While it wasn't built to handle long range combat, players that can tame its recoil and have a little luck on their side may find themselves picking off targets outside the approved range. And because the fusion rifle uses a pulsing emitter in order to keep heat build up to a minimum, it actually fires 7 distinct beams in very quick succession. Because of this, players have had luck sweeping the weapon across multiple targets, eliminating all of them with a single shot. The next question is from Tom James LW, who asks, before we jump into the game's world for the first time and begin collecting loot, how much will we be able to customize? And here's how Deej responds. The first thing you'll do in Destiny is create your Guardian, Hunter, Titan or Warlock, man or woman, human, Exo or Awoken. You'll choose your face and so much more. Weapon, armor and ability customization, however, can only be found in the wild. Rewards claimed through action and bravery. The next question is from Aimbottle, who asks, I'm totally excited for this game, so joining the beta seems like the logical thing to do. I'm also very anxious about spoiling the game by participating in this jolly testing phase. And here's how Deej responds. You'll certainly learn a thing or two about your role as a Guardian and the world you'll be sworn to protect in the beta. We're going to serve up a huge sampling of fun. Some things will be held back for launch of course, but your adventure will begin in the beta. Hope that helps. The next question is from AceCat, who asks, can we talk about vehicles? I understand this is first and foremost an FPS, but the variety of the vehicles in a game like Halo made that game awesome, while still maintaining a solidly FPS feel. And here's how Deej responds. So, you were one of those guys, couldn't get a kill without a vehicle, spent most of your time defending the base so the enemy team couldn't make off with your beloved ride. All of your finest moments were spent sitting in the seat of your favourite craft. I was one of those guys too. There's a place for us in Destiny. See you at E3. The next question is from Arcadis, who asks, I was a COD fan for a long time and I got used to the controls. I was really hoping I could set my controller up in close to the same fashion. And here's how Deej responds. I've been a COD fan for a long time too. I asked the fellas to hook me up with my favourite controller configuration. See if you can find it in the beta. It'll be there. The next question is from Narcopolis, who says, according to more consoles information, raids can take upwards of 4 hours or more. Now, hold on. Before we look at Deej's response, who the fuck is more console? He sounds like an Olympic douchebag, spewing out Destiny info like he owns the fucking place. The bastard. Anyway, here's Deej's response. 4 hours plus is about the right time you can expect to spend on a raid. Good luck, you'll need it. Now guys, even though this info appears to be correct, I never actually said raids could take upwards of 4 hours or more. Here's what I actually said about raids. Next up we have raids, which are truly hardcore co-op experiences that require planning, tactics and high level guardians if you hope to complete them. Raids are built for 6 players and Bungie refers to them as endgame activities, something to take on once you've amassed plenty of experience, fully leveled your focuses and have a range of rare exotic gear to choose from. Raids will be where legends are born. To give you some idea of just how hardcore they are, Bungie has revealed that it can take up to 45 minutes just to crack the entrance of a raid. Now, when you consider that an entire strike can be completed in 30 minutes, well, expect to die. A lot. And finally, this question from Jay Wilson, who asks, will we be able to get lost in areas? And here's how Deej responds. I still get lost in old Russia. Now guys, I'd like to add a little more to this. I'd like to read you a passage taken from PlayStation's official UK magazine. These guys experienced hands-on time with the game and had this to say about Destiny. Destiny's levels are massive. Set on Earth, the Moon, Venus and other locations in our solar system, each offers hours upon hours upon hours of load-free non-linear webs to explore. Unbeknownst to most players, these webs are covered in overlapping bubbles, some private and some public. Your starting area is always a public bubble, which means that when you land in any given world, you'll see other people around you. Even if you're playing in single player, Destiny is always online and always populating your world with other people. So there you have it guys, Destiny's locations are massive, big enough to get lost in fact. If you like open world exploration, Destiny is gonna deliver big time. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If we could get to 3,000 likes, that would be amazing. Subscribe for more Destiny news and thanks for watching, you beautiful bastards. Here comes that mother chuff of a boom. Hello again my friends, really glad to see you made it beyond the boom. Now, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I've just formed a group on Bungie called the Beautiful Bastards. I'll use this group to arrange community playdates with you guys on Xbox One and PS4. So if you want to play Destiny with like-minded fans of the game, come join. Now guys, I also have a Twitch account where I'll be live streaming the Destiny beta. There's also some other cool things I can't quite talk about just yet, but if you join my Bungie group and follow me on Twitter and Twitch, you won't miss a single thing. Links to all my social media in the description box below. Now, as you guys are probably already aware, I'm lucky enough to be attending E3 this year. I've been ridiculously busy getting ready for it, but before I go, I'll upload another video telling you what you can expect from this channel while I'm out in LA, so stay tuned for that. Now, if you click the on-screen Destiny logo, it will take you to my second channel where I upload gameplay videos of all the other games I'm playing, including tips, glitches, Easter eggs and more. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. There's also a link to my second channel in the description box below. And guys, thank you so much for your continued support of this channel. There are now over 77,000 of you beautiful bastards, a truly staggering figure. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Whenever you interact with my videos by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing, you help this channel grow and allow me to spend more time making content for you. You've also helped me fulfill a few dreams along the way. Thank you all so much. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of the video. Stay tuned for more Destiny news in the build up to E3 and beyond. And as always, until next time, Guardians.